So, first off, where did the impetus for this come from? At what point did you suddenly realize, monsters, Mexico, 7 years in the future?
Well, I first saw this film called District 9, and I thought, you really? No, I'm kidding. Okay. No, basically I was on holiday, and there were these guys, these fishermen, and they had this net, and they were struggling putting it into the boat. And my background was computer graphics, so wherever I'm on holiday, I can't help but switch off and picture weird shit behind people and robots and things like that. And so they put this net in, they're really struggling with it. And I just in my mind thought, oh, what if when he finally came in, it was like a giant tentacle creature or something at the end of the net. And so I pictured how hard this would be to do, to like cut around the hands and track the shark. And then as I was doing this, I noticed obviously they're not reacting to it because, to them it's just a normal net. But the image I was seeing was this like crazy, fantastic scenario of these dead giant monsters and everyone going about their daily lives like, hey, this happens all the time. And so I just thought, oh, this is interesting. And I was looking for an idea. I had some money saved and I was just going to go and make a film on my own. And so I was just looking for an idea that I could do really cheaply, I could add some effects to it, and it would have maybe some commercial potential. And so yeah, I kind of hit upon that, and the rest took me a bit longer to get it all made, but basically that's how it started.
We were lucky at the premiere screening here to have your two talented mates, Scoop and Whitney Abel. How did you come across them in casting? What was your decision to cast them?
Yeah, we didn't actually cast the film at all in a sense. Like, we never saw any other actors or anything. I basically watched a film called In Search of a Midnight Kiss, which is this very low budget, apparently made for $15,000. I've since learned that films are either made for $150 million or $15,000, and there's no in between, and you have to kind of choose which way you're going to fall. And so, yeah, it's a really good movie, and Scoop was brilliant in it, but I wanted a real couple. And we told him this, and he said, oh, my girlfriend's an actress, I'll send you her picture, thinking, oh, this will seal it, because she's gorgeous. And as soon as I saw the picture, actually it put me off, because I thought, I didn't want a film where everyone looks like a model, and they're all running around going, oh, no, life's horrible, because I'm so good looking. And so I didn't want to do that, because I don't like those sort of films. And then I met Whitney, and saw how ugly she really was without her makeup, and no, I'm kidding. And she's so lovely and down to earth. I mean, they're brilliant actors, but part of who they really are is also in the film. And I just felt like if we could capture some of these guys for real and put it in the movie as well, then I think the hardest task of the whole film's done. So I was lucky to meet them first, and there was no question about being the stars.
And most of the dialogue is culled from improvised conversations back and forth. Can you talk about how you kind of led them through that process and what you used and what you didn't use?
Yeah, so basically everybody in the film, apart from Scoop and Whitney, are non-actors. They're people we met along the way. They're all people, for instance, like the great guy who's the ticket salesman, the ferry ticket. We turn up to location and we say, who here speaks English? And like this guy, and go and meet him, he's this young kid, he doesn't look right. And they say, oh, who else? And they're like, the guy that runs the cafe, he used to live in America. So we looked at him, he looked like he was from a spaghetti western. And I just thought, oh, his face is great, he'll work, whatever. And then basically, so then he'd never acted before, and I found, because basically the whole premise when we started off, I'm not saying we're cheats at all, but our stupidly high goal was to make the world's most realistic monster movie. That's what we kept telling ourselves. And so what we tried to do was have everybody in the film be real people and not be actors, and not feel written and contrived and like a drama. And so basically what happened was, because everybody in the film, apart from Scoop and me, were real people who'd never acted, I found that you can get a great performance out of non-actors as long as you don't tell them what to do. Like, you win an Oscar at performing yourself, because no one else can do it better than you can. So as long as you don't tell them how to behave, and you let them behave in their own way, then it all kind of works. And because of this, because it was so random, everything around them was completely random, what was happening, they had to obviously live the whole way through the scenes, and we had these little points they had to hit, but it was completely up to them how we hit them. Sometimes we didn't, and sometimes you got more than what we bargained for, and there's so many examples in the film of stuff that wasn't in the script, and that really, I think some of the best moments are stuff we didn't plan. So yeah.
questions from you guys? Don't be shy. Yes, sir.
I was going to ask you about the challenges of shooting on location. Obviously, you shot for a lot of photos on location. Can you talk about some of the horror stories you had, war stories from people shooting?
The list of horror stories is so long, you have to be really specific, like tigers or guns or. There was loads. I mean, I don't want to make. The problem is when you list them all, it makes it sound like, oh, don't ever go to Guatemala or Mexico. It's horrible. It's one of the most beautiful places I've ever been. Can't wait to go back. But some of the things that happened were things like we were in this one town and there was a prison break. We didn't see this, but the prisoners decapitated some of the other prisoners, and they put their heads on the fence to the prison, which was in the town we're in. We were trying to keep this from the actors, we didn't want to freak them out, but it was on the front page of the local paper, and the actual heads, like they had no issue printing this over there, and I was paranoid all day long that Whitney or someone was going to see it, and we're filming one of the scenes when they're in a chicken bus, and this girl had it in her lap, and she was reading this, and Whitney is perfect at Spanish, so she sort of leant over and started reading about this decapitation thing they've done. Another time we went in a week before we got there, they machine gunned everyone, killed everyone in a cafe. So when we turned up there, we had a protest with these coffins in the street. There was a riot in the street when we were filming. The police made us leave because they were going to kill the guy who had stolen something, and they didn't want it on camera. And everybody in the film, in the daylight scenes, who's got a gun. I was filming the first day, and suddenly turned up to this place, and it's like, oh my god, there's all these guys with guns. This is brilliant. This is going to really help the militarized feeling of the film. And so I start filming them, and they obviously don't want to be in shot, so they back away, and you kind of move around and try and get them back in shot. And eventually they realise, oh, he wants me in the movie, okay, I'll do that. And so then we go to the next place, and it's the same guy, and I'm thinking, why is this guy following us? And then I speak to the line producer, and he says, basically the government has provided them free to protect us because they don't want us to get kidnapped or shot. And so the entire movie, everybody with a gun in the whole movie, in terms of daytime, is police protection that we have for free. So it was really insane shoot. I was shitting myself every moment, every day, but it was never about being shot or anything. It was about, is it in focus? Is the story making sense? Are we getting all the footage we need? Like, I was a nervous wreck because of that, but to me, all that other stuff was like, oh, that's nothing compared to how stressful this is, you know. So yeah, I mean, like I say, there's loads of stories, but that's some of the worst things that happen.
Yes.
Thank you. In your month, is there sort of terrorist, insurgent, whatever happened in the world?
A lot of people who watch it say, were you trying to say something about immigration? Were you trying to say something about the way we handle disaster response, or whatever it is? I think if there was anything that we were trying to say, it was probably more towards the whole war on terror element, in that I didn't want to make a political film. It really wasn't I didn't sit down and go, I want to make a really political film. How do I do that? I know, I'll make a monster movie. And then it's more like we wanted to make a realistic monster movie. How do we do that? We have to draw from the real world and use parallels to things that are going on in the world to justify how this scenario might happen. And I do like the idea that the more, I think it's true, the more you try and destroy something with force, the worse you make the problem. So if people get that from it, then I'm very happy for that, because I happen to believe it. But I also didn't want it to be a preachy film at all. At the heart of it is a love story, etc. So it wasn't. I'd happily lose all the politics from it, if there are any, and keep the monster movie, because that's the reason I set out to do it. Maybe I'll do a political film. Maybe one day I'll do a political film and everyone will be complaining there's too many monsters or something, and not enough politics. So I don't know.
What do we have here? Yes.
Have you had interest from American distributor yet?
Yeah, it's Magnolia are distributing it, and D-Film's distributing it in Canada, and in the States it comes out on Halloween. And but it's a platform release, so what that really means is if it's any good, it'll slowly grow from like some of the major cities. So who knows? But in Canada, It's coming out November 5th. I don't know, I imagine most major cities, etc. I'm not sure. But yeah, I've been very lucky. Say that one more time? Yeah, Magnolia own the rights for Mexico, so I really, really, really want it to come out of Mexico. Like, I'd love to go back and have a chance to show it people. So I'm just waiting on this email to come through to say an invite to some film festival or something. But as far as I know, there's no real specific plans for Mexico. But the rights have been bought by Magnolia, so I don't know if it's going to be the same as the States.
After you do your festival tour, because you're doing a number of their film festivals coming up, what do you want to work on next, or are you working on something like that?
Yeah, I mean, I've been very lucky, and because of the film, I've got a chance to do developing another project, and yeah, I'm not supposed to talk about it much, but it's a science fiction concept, and it's more ambitious and more epic than this, but hopefully it'll happen. I've got to actually write it properly at the moment, because what you don't realise, or I didn't realise before I finished the film, is that if you think you're busy making a film, wait till you try and promote it. It's like back to back to back, all day long kind of interviews, and it's great, you know, it's a really good time if that's happening, but it's like been about 6 months and I still haven't written anything, so it's kind of, it's been ticking over in my head and I've got it all ready to burst out, but hopefully this is the last screening here, so hopefully I'll go back to hotel and start writing it, but who knows.
I've seen there's a festival in Spain called Sitges, so we'll see each other there as well. See more of that very shortly. You can write on the plane. We've got time for one last question. Yes.
I really enjoyed the score to the movie. I don't think I've ever heard such a laid-back romantic score to a monster movie before. Was that part of your intention of making this more of a love story than a horror story?
I guess so. In that, when you edit the film, you obviously don't have the score, so you pick up from other films. And I don't really want to do an injustice to John Hopkins, who did the soundtrack, to say what all those tracks were and stuff. But I actually basically sat there at the end and went, we're never going to find anyone who can top this stuff. You know, for me, it was really beautiful. Soundtracks already existed, and thank God we found John, because John's, I think he's a bit of a genius, really. It's like, it's so refreshing to work with someone where you don't have to tell them what to do, they just sort of do it, and it's great. And so, that's what happened with him. It was such a smooth, it was only a few weeks that we did the entire soundtrack, so hopefully I think it's going to get released on iTunes soon as well.